take this as permission. If you have a Twitch stream or you want to use my music in one of your videos or something, this is your permission. Go ahead and use the music.
Hello again, all you beautiful people out there. I am Mrs. Realistic, and I thank you for joining me again today. Now, I've been gone for a little while. As you will notice, I have a new mic that hopefully will solve the problems that I had on my live stream and make editing, etc. a little bit easier and hopefully just sound better in general. So that's exciting. We are going to start it off with Tom MacDonald and SELLOUT. I've gotten many requests for this one. So, without further ado, let's check it out, shall we?
I'm sick of hearing that I changed up. Everybody wanna keep me chained up. Check it, this a race. If I'm running and you walking, I can't wait up. Straight up, I feel like I'm the same as when I came up. Still a record label, still a manager, still do it all with my girl from my home. Yeah, I bought some Gucci, but I hardly even wear it. I was stoked that after 30 years I finally wasn't broke, and I don't like that stuff.
You know, I know there's been talk about how some people think that it's, you know, he sold out by buying Gucci or Prada or whatever it was. And, you know, let's be real. If any of us worked as hard as he has and finally was able to move out of the ghetto, he's making good money. He's supporting himself and Nova. And why is he not allowed to buy that? Even if it's just for a video, even if it's not for a video, spoil yourself. Why not? I don't see anything wrong with it.
Gucci, but I hardly even wear it. I was stoked that after 30 years I finally wasn't broke, and I don't like that stuff. The vibe ain't tough. I should go and soak the clothes in gasoline and light that up. All these stupid little rappers popping Xanax, bad examples for our children. I will never write that, bruh. I'm the same man, living like I used to. Do it for my fans, getting famous off of YouTube. Hope they understand I'm only human. Didn't know that making music would be so confusing. No excuses, that's the truth too. I will always be the person who I used to be. I ain't wearing diamonds, I ain't lying about my jewelry. Every chain is fake and all that Gucci isn't new to me. I bought it secondhand so I look cool on your computer screens. I'm tired of being analyzed.
Oh, that's cool. He bought it secondhand. It's even better. Why pay retail? There's been so many things that like this that I personally can't spend the money on. I just can't do it. I have a hard time buying myself a new pair of shoes. And I'm not really a shoes person. I wear flip-flops and Vans most every day. You know, I think it's great that he kind of pokes fun and does a little tongue-in-cheek, the grill and the necklace and, you know, stuff like that. I think it's fun that he plays around with that. You know, you don't have to be so serious. I think just knowing how he is as a person, there's no way he would blow the kind of money that a real necklace, the size that he has on, would be. I can't even imagine how expensive it would be. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I just know that he wouldn't waste that kind of money. But we all know that the mainstream rappers love to brag about their diamonds and their cars and all that stuff when you can't take it with you. It doesn't really matter. It's all about showing off, and is that what we want to portray as something to strive for the younger generations?
And all that Gucci isn't new to me. I bought it secondhand so I look cool on your computer screens. I'm tired of being analyzed by fans like they're scientists and criticized for every single rhyme I spit. If you really think I changed, go ask my sister about her wedding dress, my dad about Nepal, or my mom about her appliances. They say I sold out, love me born. They don't with me no more. Say I changed up, now they're bored. They miss the way I was before. I guess I sold out. They mad, gold mouth, Louis bag, but everything I was made me everything I am. Look, I get it, all the criticism.
You know, that's so weird. Like, why would people only love him when he's poor? I mean, wouldn't you be more of the mindset of like, I love this artist's music. I love what he stands for. I love all of the effort that he and Nova put into their craft. And bravo, they have come up and now are able to move up in the world, not have to deal with all of the stuff that they dealt with living in, the ghetto, as he calls it. And why would people not celebrate that? I find it so odd that people are like, you sold out. It's like, first of all, he's independent, so he didn't sell out to anybody. And second of all, why wouldn't you enjoy the monetary gain of being successful? Why wouldn't you enjoy that? It's like this weird socialist mindset that people have that like, oh, now you're rich. Oh, don't buy anything that might be expensive. Don't purchase a new house. I mean, that's the whole point of working hard, is so that you can enjoy your life a little bit more. And that's what they've done. So it's a really bizarre take that certain fans, I think, have had. And of course, his haters. It's a strange phenomenon.
Made me everything I am. Look, I get it, all the criticism verified. Spent some years together, now we're going through a scary time. Trust me, if I witnessed my hero been acting different and seemed like he might be switching, I'd be tripping, I'd be terrified. But picture this, roaches climbing out the cupboards. I was living in a ghetto.
See, like, look at this. They're moving into a new house, something that maybe they thought they'd never be able to do. This beautiful home that they've worked so hard to get. And I think it's fantastic. I think this should be celebrated. And the fact that he now doesn't live in the ghetto, but he still raps and sings about the same stuff that matters to him, and who he is inside has not changed. He may have a nicer car, a nicer house, a nicer wardrobe, but he's still doing it for his fans. I think it's fantastic. This is so cute to watch them like unpacking their stuff in their new house and like how excited they are. It's awesome.
Switching, I'd be tripping, I'd be terrified. But picture this, roaches climbing out the cupboards. I was living in the ghetto, borrowed money from my mother. I just had a mental breakdown, my girlfriend in the struggle. Then I blew up overnight and we recovered. We went to Gucci and Louis, moved out the hood to a safe house. Started doing things that we dream when we laid down. Now everybody's saying that I changed and they hate loud. I was trying to show my girl like, hey babe, we okay now. Still throw a brick through the window of the lobby of any record label who trying to stop me. Still be the voice of every single lonely person with a story they can't tell because they never had nobody. Still the system and pharma and every whack politician and every triggered millennial too offended to listen. I got caught up in trying to show all the haters I did it, and I forgot that being Thomas was the promise I'd given. I understand why everybody lately saying I changed, but I get bored of everything that stays exactly the same. I promise that I'll burn it down with fuel and flames before I lose myself and become all the things that I hate. They say I sold out love before, they don't.
I mean, this is the American dream, right? He came from Canada. He struggled and struggled and struggled. And this is so heartwarming to see he and Nova enjoying the fruits of their labor. It chokes me up watching this. This is something that he's dreamed of his entire life. Now, there's a line that he said here that I want to go back and double check about he forgot the promise of being Tom or something to that effect.
Voice of every single lonely person with a story they can't tell because they never had nobody. Still the system and pharma and every whack politician and every triggered millennial too offended to listen. I got caught up in trying to show all the haters I did it, and I forgot that being Thomas was the promise I'd given. I understand.
I forgot that being Thomas was the promise I'd given. That's such an awesome line. He's saying that I promise not to lose myself. And I mean, I'm like struggling to kind of like choke back tears. He is what we need to hear. He is, I shouldn't say just he and Nova have worked so hard. I think that people that call him a sellout, it's too bad. You know, how do you not be a sellout? Do you work really hard and then just give all your money away? It doesn't make any sense.
Understand why everybody lately saying I changed, but I get bored of everything that stays exactly the same. I promise that I'll burn it down with fuel and flames before I lose myself and become all the things that I hate. They say I sold out, love me poor. They don't with me no more. Say I changed up, now they're bored. They miss the way I was before. I guess I sold out. They mad, gold mouth, Louis bag, but everything I was made me everything I am. I learned from my mistakes. I grew up and I changed, but I swear I'm still the same. I fell along the way, so more than I could take, but I turned out okay. They say I sold out, love me poor. They don't with me no more. Say I changed up, now they're bored. They miss the way I was before. I guess I sold out. They mad, gold mouth, Louis bag, but everything I was made me everything I ever. They say I sold out.
I gotta say, now his doggies have a wonderful pool to play in. But don't let your dog lick you on the mouth. Ugh, I just can't. We have a dog, and occasionally he eats his own poop. And no, I'm not gonna go there. I love dogs. I don't love them that much. Anyway, this, like I said, it's just heartwarming to watch, and kind of like a middle finger to all the haters, which he's really good at doing.
Everything I was made me everything I ever. They say I sold out, love me poor. They don't with me no more. Say I changed up, now they're bored. They miss the way I was before. I guess I sold out. They mad, gold mouth, Louis bag, but everything I was made me everything I am.
Another great one in the bag. This is just like it's like a happy-go-lucky song, even though he's saying that people say he's a sellout. And, Tom's always good at putting a little twist on things, a little spin on things. Everybody's going to change in some way. We're all going to change along our road and our journey, but I think that the core values don't have to change. And I know people who have made it big or bigger. They try to do the I'm still Jenny from the block bit, but the way that they talk and the way that they carry themselves, it's quite apparent that they have forgotten where they came from. And I don't feel like Tom is somebody that's going to happen to. I think that he's really strong in his convictions, and he wants to continue making this kind of music for people. I think it's super important, and his voice and so many other independent artists are so important for, especially with everything that's going on right now in the world. We need a little bit of level-headedness, and even if that's seen as right-wing, we know that he's not. We know that he's somewhere in the middle. That's how they'll push it, is that you're crazy if you believe any of these things, even though a lot of it is just common sense. So thank you for this suggestion, guys. Another great song. And as I always say, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.